May I have attention please? Our program will start in about a minute, so please find yourself a seat to settle down. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Mrs. Susana Widyastuti, as the head of English Literature Study Program in Yogyakarta State University. The Honorable Mrs. Nandi Intan Kurnia, as the lecturer of Public and Academic Speaking, and all of the participants we're proud of. I'm Ninik W N. As the Master of Ceremony, I would like to welcome all of you to this seminar. It is our privilege to have you with us today. We are now ready to begin the proceedings of this seminar. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Master of Ceremony, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. We appreciate you to taking time off your busy schedule to join us today. We hope you will find the program we have lined up for you to be faithful and engaging. Let me first of all introduce you to the agenda. First, there would be introduction of the topic would be discussed in this seminar. Second, the explanation about true identity and the speaker's experiences to find themselves in the past. Third, the focus study and the reason behind choosing the object, also a slight information about the writer of the novel and the background. Then information about the importance of finding yourself or your identity, discussing the intrinsic and extrinsic aspect of the novel Wimpy Kid, discuss the analysis of the topic above using literature views, advices about how to find your identity, restate and sum up the conclusion, asking the audience whether any question, impression, or critique, and lastly is closing. We will have our guest speakers presenting their point of view on the seminar theme. We are fortunate to have 3 speakers today: Ms. Nurul, Mr. Tulus, and Ms. Anna. So today we are gonna talk about true identity and its connection with social interaction based on the novel Wimpy Kid first edition. Before we go further, let us hear a brief speech from Mrs. Susana Widyastuti.
Good morning everyone. It's an honor to be here to meet you all. I hope you all in good condition and ready to follow seminar today. I'm Susana Widyastuti as head of English Literature Study Program at Yogyakarta State University. I hope that you all would introduce yourself, but unluckily we had very limited time, so make sure you all participate in this seminar. English Literature Study Program belongs to our new major in Yogyakarta State University, yet in 2019 it became one of 10 the most favorite major in Yogyakarta State University, and it got also an A grade in latest accreditation. And I'm so proud of you all here being active student. You are the literature's bright future, and I can see that. And for you all, the participants who attend this seminar, thanks for joining my student seminar. And don't worry to say your critique or question at the end of this seminar. I hope it would be a lesson for my student. And let's see how many participants here. Oh, so many. I hope that you will be more aware about literature after joining this seminar. And please take a look more and listen to our speakers would speak. Thank you.
And now it's time for Mrs. Nandita Kurnia to deliver her speech. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning all. Is your signal running well to follow this seminar today? Because the signal here is not running well, so I'm so sorry for the bad appearance in your screen, okay? And I couldn't open the Bismarck here. Whatever. However, I wish your signal is running well to follow this seminar today conducted by my students. There are Mbak Ana, Mbak Ninik, Mbak Nurul, and also Mas Tulus. Okay, same with Miss Susana. My name had been already mentioned by the MC before. I'm Nandi Intan Kurnia, and I teach here as a lecturer for public and academic speaking in Yogyakarta State University. This course actually aimed for engaging the students' ability to speaking or formal speaking in front of people so they could be more confident show off. But unluckily, due to the COVID-19 outbreak, all the meeting and program couldn't work as we expected before. So here you are in an online seminar about it is social identity based on Wimpy Kid first edition. And for my students, I hope your seminars today will be well conducted, and I believe that your hard work must be paid off. But do not forget to enjoy the process, because behind finishing your assignment, you have to love and enjoy what you do. That's the essential value here. And also after this seminar, I hope you, all the participants here, would understand what social identity is, what its correlation with social interaction, and what should you do with that. Okay. Well, I think it's my time to watch over your work, the seminar I mean, and break a leg. Okay, thank you, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, so true identity is something about who you really are. We all have a certain image of our self-beliefs about the kind of person we are. Having a strong sense of identity seems to be desirable, something that brings comfort and security. Many people seem to spend a lot of time trying to figure out about who they are, what they want, and what they believe. Now, I'd like to invite Ms. Nurul as the first speaker to add the definition.
Thank you, Ms. Ninik. So now I'd like to add something about true identity. Having a strong identity certainly seems to have advantages. Clear sense of who you are makes it easier to connect with other similar people and groups. People with strong identity usually stand out more and are more memorable. And I'd guess that people who become successful in life, usually people who become famous, all of them are having a pretty strong identities.
Identity also helps us to make decisions and to know how to behave. We are constantly faced with complex circumstances and decisions. And it happens also with every people with us.
Right, so please for the speakers to share your true identity story in the past time.
Oh, okay. I wanna share my story. When I was in senior high school, I thought that I didn't have ability or something, so I joined school extras like student association, scout, and many more. I thought it would make me cool or whatever it is, but nothing changed. It's just me. What about others?
In my case, something that I did proud of myself in the past and something that I want myself to recognize me is that I'm really good in English course and also exam. No matter if I couldn't be better in any other exams, as long as people know me good in English, I'm okay with it.
So, from my experience, I had memorable struggle when the registration in college has started. I had the one and only choice in that university, but I still qualified. Then I chose to wait a year again, and yes, I made it, even though I need to wait a year again.
Okay, thank you for all speakers for your amazing story. And now we're going to the first speakers here, Ms. Nurul.
Thank you, Ms. Ninik. So, why we choose Wimpy Kid Series 1 as our brand about true identity? Since we all are having the same time when we were kids, and we also have the same problem about who we are, what we're gonna do, and what makes us different, and what should I do in order that people would look at me. This book is a suitable one to talk about. Also, social interaction is the closest phenomenon around us that having so much interesting stuff to be analyzed. And usually as children, they would find themselves through it. Struggles, the advantages, the disadvantages, all of them are wrapped in social interaction.
To start it, let's talk about the extrinsic aspect first. Jeff Kinney was born on 19 February 1971 in Maryland, USA. He has 3 siblings and 2 sons named Grant Kinney and Will Kinney. He started his college life in early 90s. His dream was to become a newspaper cartoonist, so he made it tough when he was in university. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get his comic strip, and he started his project on a Diary of a Wimpy Kid in 1998. Diary of a Wimpy Kid Series 1 was published in 2007, and it became a bestseller. Diary of a Wimpy Kid is a book talking about social phenomenon of childhood, which contains things like bullying, school life, and conflict between best friends.
Thank you for first and second speaker. Now, please for third speaker to add the intrinsic aspect.
Of Wimpy Kid Series 1. Theme: a teenager who is looking for identity. Characters: Greg Heffley, Manny Heffley, Roderick Heffley, Susan Heffley, Frank Heffley, Rolly Jefferson, Blake Lee, and Patty Farrell. Characteristic: Greg as main character is protagonist. Plot: onward. Point of view: first person. It takes place on Greg house and school. The environments are sad, angry, creepy, and jealous. It takes time at morning, afternoon, and night. The moral value is dare to try many things while still young.
Thank you for the information from Ms. Anna as our third speaker. Now we're going to the next session. Please for the second speaker, Mr. Tulus, to give us insight about the importance of finding true identity.
The importance of knowing our true identity is that we can assess our potential, so that the identity can be a reference to improve ourselves better and develop our potential to reach achievement. Also, social identity allows people to be part of groups and gain a sense of belonging in their social world. And social identification influences how people see themselves and how they interact with others.
Teachers also suggest the other important benefits of social identity include 1. Helping foster the social actions like caring for others. 2. Helping satisfy the psychological needs. 2. Provides a sense of belongingness within a social group.
I'm sorry MC. I worried I couldn't follow this seminar until the end because there are some upcoming meetings I had to attend.
Yes? Okay, sure. Thank you for your accompaniment and have a nice day. Thank you for second and first speakers. That's such a good correlation to complete each other. And now we come to the core of the seminar, so please for the audience, give more attention in this session. Let's start it beginning from the first speaker, Ms. Nurul.
Thank you, Ms. Ninik. So, this book will give its first hint why Craig's story as a main character here is written in a diary. Because according in this book, one of Craig's wishes is to be a famous person. And in his way to reach his dream, sure that this book must show us how Craig finds his true identity to become a famous person through social interaction. But what is social interaction? And what its correlation with true identity, or sometimes called social identity? I think our second speaker, Ms. Tulus, could explain it to us. Thank you.
Okay, social interaction has its theory, namely social interaction theory. SIT is an explanation of language development, emphasizing the role of social interaction between the developing child and linguistically knowledgeable adults. It is based largely on the socio-cultural theories of Soviet psychologists. An individual's social identity indicates who they are in terms of the groups or society to which they belong.
Now, let's see this. Remember that social identity indicates who they are in terms of group and society to which they belong. It means that someone wants to be recognized as what he wants, as well as Greg. The word play, as what Rolly said, and the word button in the next picture made Greg ashamed because it indicates childish stuff. Greg doesn't want to be recognized as a child or kindergarten child. It might happen in social interaction.
And what's next? The kind of recognition isn't only felt by Greg, but other students too. Unfortunately, that such kind of pride are caused by other students to judge and bully the victim. Let's see this picture. As adults, we might think that call is not really important to think about, but for Greg in his age it's really important because every impact like bullying could happen without any make sense reason. But luckily, Greg did not become the victim like in any other time, like in this picture.
Then, if someone want to be recognized as what they want, as what identity they want to have, they have to struggle to reach it right. Nothing is instant like a proverb, no pain, no gain. Like in this picture. In the first picture, Craig tried to assign for police school, and in the next picture, Craig tried to make a giant snowman with Rolly. Sure that Craig might think if he and Rolly, his partner, do something great, people or even the world would look at them and then recognize them as something they want to be. But nothing is perfect. Craig might have a difficulties when handling people to cross the road, and he also had this disadvantage when the giant snowman melted too fast before the photo is taken. But they still go on to the plan to show people who they are.
So, we're back again in social interaction. We all live in social environment where the social interaction happens. The purpose is to interact with each other. There are so many people we met, we talk, everything goes like how society works. Unpredictable. Everyone might have planned, but remember, nothing is perfect. It happened to Greg. Besides having recognition as something he wants to, he lost it. Let's see these pictures.
After seeing how Craig struggles to find his social identity, then what he does at the end of it, acceptance. Let's see this picture. Be happy with who you are and not change anything about yourself. At the end of the book, we will know that Greg does something that really out of his behavior to save Rowley's image, even though Greg's image will going down extremely.
Okay, what a very good discussion from all of you. And now I'm going to give some advices to help you find your social identity without putting down other people. First, make some impressive works, and those will show your quality and your identity. If necessary, you can ask to collab with others so you can share your idea together and get benefits from it. The second is set the mindset to get something you need without putting down other people. And lastly is never get affected by what people say about you, especially if it is unimportant for your identity. Right, because we almost come to the end of this section, let me sum up the content of the seminar. So the identity based on Wimpy Kid Series 1 is talked about who we are, what is our potential, what is makes us different and stuff. And as Mr. Tulus said, you can assess your own potential to improve yourself better. Having a social identity also helps you foster pro-social actions and help satisfy the psychological needs. The key of finding your true identity is have to struggle first to find your true self. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you found this seminar's presentation informative and useful. And also, if you have a question about our topic today, please type your question through the chat room. See you.